All right, guys, public service announcement on the Ram 1500. I want to show you guys something we found courtesy of our buddy Rocky Road. He told me today about something on these Ram RHOs and probably TRXs. So keep this in mind if you get a new TRX or have an older TRX around wheel weights on these wheels. We've been chasing a vibration issue since brand new onto the RHO, and I found out that there's no tire warranty under the 3 or 36,000 miles, which I guess you could sort of understand. You take the vehicle off road, or if the tire gets damaged, you just, sort of understand that. I've never had a vibration issue with a tire before. I have had tires replaced under warranty. Our 23 Trimmer, about 1,700 miles, developed a vibration. Dealership checked the weight, and they found that the weight required to make it balance correctly was out of spec. Ford put 2 new tires on the Trimmer. Didn't think anything of it. Figured that's standard, it's under warranty. Well, come to find out, I'm being told right now there's really not a warranty on tires. And I'm questioning, well, if I've had a vibration since new, and if it's out of balance or there's some issue, if you can't make the issue go away, it seems like it should be covered. We're working through this right now. It's not a huge deal, but on a brand new expensive, start looking at $90,000 trucks, I shouldn't be seeing the steering wheel kind of jiggle down the road. Not a big deal, but we'll get it figured out. But I'm gonna show you guys something. So here's the important thing. You got an RHO, you got a TRX. This is factory OEM tire, rim. Make sure if you get your tires balanced or you get new tires put on this, the weights have to be all the way to this outer edge, not in the middle. And I don't believe in the very back edge, because look at the clearance between the caliper and the rim. You can't even stick a finger through there. So you can see the wheel weights here in a good position, and you can see that these have been balanced before, and there was the original wheel weight. They pulled off and moved this. Now we go to this rear wheel here, and you can kind of see here's a different set of wheel weights, and you can kind of see it's also in this outer edge. Okay, that's fine. And by the way, guys, we're going through this. How depressing is this? Check out this dent in the side of my RHO. Don't know how it happened. I don't know if a car hit me or something, a mirror or something. At Discount Tire, they say they don't have cameras. I'm not blaming these guys, but anyhow, it's discouraging. We're gonna have paintless dent repair guys see if they can figure this out. And got another dent here. Never get dents in vehicle, go away, and somehow they just appear in a vehicle. Now, this is where things get interesting. I get back to this corner. We're feeling this vibration. I start looking around this thing. I'm looking for wheel weights. Looking all across this thing. You know what I don't see? A wheel weight anywhere on here. I'm not saying this can't be a perfectly balanced wheel. It's tire. It's very, very possible. I just doubt it. I'm wondering if these guys put a wheel weight in the middle. You could see how much room there is between the caliper and the wheel, and that wheel caught a wheel weight and ripped the wheel weight off. And so now this is maybe where I'm getting a vibration from. We're going to try to get that addressed here soon, but I find that's odd, because if I go to this other rim, you can see the wheel weights up there. All the other 3 rims, you can see the wheel weights around the side. So I just want to share that with you guys. So if you're having a vibration issue, check where your wheel weights are. I wanted to show you guys, we just went and had all 4 of these tires road force balanced. So we've been chasing a vibration arguably since new. It wasn't huge, but it's enough that it would annoy you. And I talk about this in another video. It's really important you make sure these weights are in the correct location, or your caliper will knock them off. These have some feathering in the rear, and I'm not really sure what that's about. I've not seen this about. We just rotated them in the rear. We're going to put about 1,500 miles on this thing in the next few weeks. So I'm curious to see if this flattens out, but we're going to report back to let you know if this works. I'll keep you posted on that. I just thought maybe it's a brand new tire, and if it's a brand new tire, maybe it's got like a flat spot just being manufactured new, but we'll get it squared up. Here's the other thing I want to show you guys. So you get in your RHO Ram 1500, something with CarPlay. Mine will send kind of turn-by-turn directions in the middle of the screen. We started noticing a flashing where like it's going between the gauges and the map. Well, here's what you do just to disable it. There's gonna have to be an over-the-air update to fix this. It's an issue with CarPlay right now, but if you go into display, I turned off navigation turn-by-turn display in the cluster. Turn that off in the meantime, because otherwise you're going to get a bunch of annoying flickering. Hey, we've seen this now on the 26 Grand Wagoneer, Apple CarPlay. This is Google Maps. 2 different iPhones. Both our phones are up to date, and the phone or the vehicle has been updated and connected to our our home internet. So I think the over the air is all done, but, and see what this is about, because this is kind of silly. Here's what I mean, watch. I'm gonna start the truck. Truck starts up fine. See, you got your comfort controls for just the heat and cooling. The screen never turns on. Every time I don't know what's changed, but there must be some setting or something. So every time you get in the truck, you have to press this button and then it will turn the display on. This is a new thing in the last week or so. I have to hit this button and then the screen comes on, and then the connectivity and the CarPlay connects. The other thing I want to show you guys, if you go into your audio, if your screen's not turning on when you get into the vehicle, make sure it's either on recall last or on. I had this in the off position, and every single time I got into the vehicle, my entire radio was off. So I just switched it to recall last to whatever I was using, and it comes on. So otherwise, guys, we got 8,323 miles in the RHO. Thing's great. We have an awesome video coming here shortly. First chance to get the RHO, the 26 RHO to the dunes. Had a lot of fun with it. This thing is so much fun. I love this truck. It's great. High output Hurricane is a ripper. But truck's been awesome, guys. Not had any battery issues. I did have a tire pressure monitor warning thing come up yesterday, where it just came up and it was saying none of the sensors were working. Woke up this morning and it's working fine. So that's all good there. I have not had any trailer brake control issues before and after the recall is done. I've actually not had any issues. We did do the video with Jason, if you remember Jason Samco, where in the video the light came on in the corner, but we've never seen that issue anymore. Otherwise, guys, we love the truck. It's great. It's fun. Fuel economy, maybe it's the warm weather picking up, but we were getting like 15 on the highway at a good clip yesterday, which is up a few miles per gallon. I'd like to see that, especially with gas prices right now. We got some other fun stuff I can't share yet coming on the channel here shortly around some improvements you can make to the RHO. I think you guys are going to be excited about, especially for serviceability. But anyhow, I wanted to get this information you guys about if you're getting new wheels, tires, beadlocks, whatever, make sure with the OEM rims that you put your wheel weights in the correct location on the rim, or it will be ripped off. Rocky told me he found out this because some of the wheel weights were sitting in his driveway when he went and had some new tires put on. And so I want to thank Rocky for letting us know this, because it saved us all, hopefully, a little issue of, because I think of, what if that thing gets jammed in there and you blow a hole through your rim, gets caught up in your caliper? That'd suck. Or a rock or something. Anyhow, I hope it's helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching.